Hi, this is Gene Basler, and here I am at the first proposed home site. There's a pond here, and this is this really nice grove of live oaks. Now these live oaks are under distress. This is, as I mentioned, a good 6 months without any significant rain. One of the driest 6 months, probably the driest 6-month period leading into this May in the history of Austin County, Texas, would be my guess. I don't know. I'm a little bit outside of the area where I usually work, which is Houston, Harris County, and small parts of Fort Bend County. So I'm a couple counties west here. This is where I'd build my house. I'd stick it right in here amongst these trees. I'd do root invigoration procedures on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees. I'd use the air spade to identify roots and areas where it's okay to sink piers. I'd do a pier and beam construction. I'd prune out all the dead branches 2 inches in diameter and larger. I would refrain from removing any live foliage. I might identify a couple of structurally defective trees to put a cable in, like that split crotch. I might put a cable between those. I might put a cable between these two components. Between there and there. I would fertilize all of these trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Skip that one. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 trees. This is going to be the immediate home site. This is where you're going to be living. There's probably going to be a barn. The barn doesn't need to be in here. So to minimize the site disturbance, again, let me walk back. Let me go back here and try to look at it from a distance and kind of put a proposed construction zone together. So your root protection zone is going to be, you're going to have protective fencing up 25 to 30 feet out from the trunks of these 2 trees. And then you're going to work in there and there and there. And so your home is going to be here. You're going to be encroaching on those root protection zones. So the protective fencing is going to be a little smaller here and a little smaller there. You're out here, you're about equidistant between all of these trees. I was mentioning that to minimize on air conditioning, you might want to build a home with a big porch and find out what the prevailing wind is and have the prevailing wind cross the porch. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that this is the front of the house right here. And it's a long, skinny rectangle. That's the footprint of the house that could potentially do the least impact on the trees. Once the root invigoration procedure has been done on the trees that are closest to the house, the piers have been sunk safely in places where there are no roots. Then you start designing your home on top of where the piers are okay to put. We've done this before. Where the actual structure wasn't designed until the piers were flagged, the locations of the piers were flagged. So that's something to think about. I'd fertilize all these trees. I'd inspect. You're gonna have to pay me for my time to come out here and inspect this entire area off in here, because any tree that's diagnosed with oak wilt within 150 feet of this grove We have to work our way back in and determine whether or not these trees need to be treated or just watched. As you can see, I'm spending quite a bit of time on here because, as we discussed when we were riding the property together, this is where I would put a home from what I've seen so far of this beautiful 25-acre property. All right, let's go to the next one.